Hey Mindy, this is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So we're gonna take a quick look here, see what's going on, and see if there's any tips and tricks we can give. So right off the bat, well, first off, not secure is not something that's great, but it's okay, weebly. But we got exterior, interior, pressure washing before and after, and more. Now we both know that there's a lot more that goes into interior and exterior painting, right? You got cabinet painting, maybe staining as well. I know you probably also do drywall repair, maybe stucco repair for outdoors, as well as like maybe texture or like I don't know, what is it, popcorn ceiling removal. I know there's a lot that can go into it, but and maybe you do commercial, I don't know. But my point is that if you don't show people right away the options they have, they won't know. So theoretically, if I am just looking for interior painting, yes, I would love to click on this and get a more structured view about what's going on and then quickly call you. But where's your phone number? It's not here. We want your phone number over here. And then just, going through, yes, you are a community that helps the entire area, the communities of Vancouver. You even go to Portland, Oregon, which is great. For the purpose of this video, though, I'm just comparing you to people in Vancouver, because if you wanted to rank in both of them, it's going to be two separate things. You go through your process, which is nothing wrong with that. Just, I don't know. Then there's nothing else. There's a lot missing from right here. What do we have over here? This is great, interior painting services, but we're not talking about, you're talking about your process. That there's nothing wrong with that. Although this I would put up on the front page, what your process is for anything. A lot of pictures. Nothing wrong with a lot of pictures. It's just that it can kind of just slow everything down. Anyway, I'm not trying to really hit on your website too much. I'm just observing, of course. Right over here we have, I'm going to look at the back end over here. This is, a tool I use called Ahrefs. It lets me know what's going on. So a UR rating is how strong your website is, and a DR rating is how much Google trusts you. Now, right now they're not high. You want them in the 30s and 40s, and the way you do that is with backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it, and a referring domain is when it returns to you. Now, not all are created equal. Some are more powerful that actually help your website out, like painters blogs, stuff like that. And others are a little bit more spammy, like BuzzFeed and Wikipedia. You definitely want to stay away from those as much as possible. But then you also have 25 organic keywords. Now, a keyword is what somebody might put in Google to find you. So what are those words that you're ranking for so that when someone types in, you may pop up for some of them? And here we go. So painting and pressure washing, all of these are great. The problem I have with all of these up top here is that you don't have a location specific word, right? What you would want is painting and pressure washing in any of the locations you're trying to rank for, such as Vancouver or Portland, Oregon, or anything like that. Because what this is right now, as is a international keyword where anyone in the United States can Google, or the world can really Google painting and pressure washing. And if they're not in your area, they may call you, and what's the point? Or actually, they won't even call you. They're going to go to your website, and then they're going to just log off of your website because you're not in the area they need you to be in. This, though, is good. Exterior house painting in Vancouver, Washington. That's a great keyword because 40 people a month are searching for it. Relatively low difficulties. You're not pulling any traffic because you're on page number 7. But this is location specific and service specific, and it's exactly what you want. You want them to be that way. So if I have to be very honest here, you're only ranking for one useful keyword, nothing else. But let me show you what happens when I put in a specific kind of keyword, like painters, Vancouver, Washington. What happens when that goes there? By the way, this is how we create Google ads, because painters, Vancouver, Washington. This is, like I said, this is location specific and it's service specific. When you're looking for a great restaurant, you're going to type in something that, you're not going to just type in restaurant in my area, right? What you want to do is you want to get more specific than that. You're going to put in, hey, steak restaurant in Vancouver, Washington, right? You're going to be very specific, and that's exactly what people looking for a service will do. But this also lets you know that they live there. So we want to rank for as many keywords of people living in your area as possible, because then that means those people are local to you and are more likely going to do a job. But right here we have your GMB, not yours, but the GMB, Google My Business Profile, GBP, Google, I forgot what GBP is, but doesn't matter. But you want to rank, within the top 3, because about 30-40% of all people who search for anything will click on one of these 3 guys. If you're number 4, it's the same as being number 35. You don't want to be that guy. You want to be number 1, 2, or 3. Now, after that, we have our organic search. Anyone can rank here as long as you know what you're doing. We got Yelp as number one, but then we got painting specialists as number two. And let's see what they got. So they lose a whole bunch of points because they don't have their number up top here, but their services also aren't a drop down menu. Um, all of this is just icing on the cake. But as we scroll down, yes, we've been working since 1992. The purple truck people, oh, that's cute. Interior house painting, exterior house painting. So they have a little bit more, and then you can obviously click. Now they have an entire page just full of what it is they're offering. That's not what you want, because if Google sees so many different keywords on one page, it's just going to confuse them, and the algorithm isn't going to work. So they don't have a lot going on over here. I'm going to guess the one thing that they do have that's really helping them out is age. They have a lot going on because they've been around for a while. Now they have a UR rating of 19 and a DR of 5. Now they do have a lot more backlinks than you with more referring domains. But the big thing is that they do have 277 organic keywords. Now, for their area, there might not be a lot of competition, so this might be all they need. But again, they've also been around for 30 years, so longevity is a huge deal. They do get a lot of traffic for the organic keywords. My philosophy is if you have a keyword, you should be able to get 2.5 people to your website through that, if you're doing well. So let's find out what their keywords are. So I don't care about painting specialist. Anyone can type that in, but all of these, right? Look at painting Vancouver, house painting Vancouver, painters in Vancouver, Washington. All of these are location specific. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to specifically beat out Vancouver, Washington. You're probably not going to do that within like 6 months. But if there are many areas you want to rank for, especially in the surrounding areas of Vancouver and maybe around Portland, there's going to be a lot of areas in there where people, where there's going to be lower competition. It's just going to be a lot easier to do. But as you can see here, all of these, especially the ones that are location and service specific, they have a decent amount of volume here. And he's pulling in a tremendous amount of traffic because they're in the position, they're on page number one for virtually all of this. So that's what you want, right? You want the great keywords, and that comes down to, how does this, okay, so let me back up a bit. How does this really help you out, Mindy? We need keywords, those specific types of keywords that are location and service specific. We got to get them in there. So people are just focusing on those. When they type those in, that's what Google's going to connect you with. And then second is content, right? You need more content for more keywords, right? You can't have too many keywords at once on a page. Otherwise, it just kind of, it spams it. And then third is we need more backlinks and referring domains. Now, I do know we can go over to these guys over here and use what they have. Nothing wrong with that. Plenty to go around for everyone, but we got to pick good ones. And then on top of that, we need about 30 or 40 to stay ahead and continuously going. And that's all I got. Again, it comes down to, just basic content, keywords, as well as backlinks, and you should be fine. Imagine if you can bring in, 100 people a month to your website organically. What would that mean for you? Anyway, that's all I really got. If you do have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Other than that, you have an amazing day. Bye, Mindy.